you. I was just very busy at the weekend. So what we're going to do today is, when you were together with your special person, what were their true feelings for you at that time? What did they really think of you? And what we're going to do is what they like about you and what they don't like. So first we're going to do true feelings, what they like about you or liked about you at that time, and what they don't like about you. Okay, so we're going to start. So this is pile 1. We've got joy and jubilation. I've got some of my naughtier cards today. We've got uninhibited and released. And we've got beyond words. Okay, so pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. So just think of your special person and pick a card. Okay, so let's go to everybody that picked pile 1. So the question today is, when you were together, what did they really think about you? Okay, what didn't they like about you? And what do they like about you? Okay, so what were their true feelings? When you were together, what did they really think? Okay, what did they really think? Let's have a look here. So let's just give the cards a really good shuffle. So when you were together, what did they really think? What did they really think of you when you were together? When you were together, what did they really think of you? Wow. Amazing. Oh my God, can't believe this. Oh my God. Wow. I'm a little bit shocked and a little bit emotional, really, with those cards. So we start off with the love card here, which is one that I drew. I saw this in a meditation. The love for you was, I don't really have the words. I was going to say beyond the world. You know, when I show the world card, it means that you were their everything. You were their absolute everything. You were their entire world. Okay, we got there. You were just, I literally don't have the words. They were deeply in love with you. I've got the High Priestess sitting in the middle here, but I'm just going to leave that for a while because it's quite a difficult card. They saw a future with you with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, this is happy home, happy marriage, happy family, and when the world seems really abundant and beautiful in every way, mentally, physically, emotionally, financial abundance, emotional abundance. This is sheer joy and happiness. It's the goal we all want to achieve in life. You know, the partner, the home, the extended family, the pets, waking up each day and having a beautiful life. And that's how they felt about you. And if that wasn't enough, okay, so that's the physical kind of world that they imagined with you, okay, or felt with you, that it was just incredibly blissful for them. And if that wasn't enough, we got so the emotional world with you was extraordinary. With this beautiful rainbow, we've got 9 cups here. The cups are overflowing. This is the card of excess. Sometimes, it's like more than you want, more than you desire, more than you can dream of with this, and real deep passion. So we have this kiss card here, which is quite funny because what it means to me, I drew this card, is that there was an element of the forbidden in your connection, where, this constant desire to steal a kiss with you, all right, when perhaps they shouldn't be kissing you. Might not apply to all of you, but it's just this constant base chakra to steal a kiss. So because it isn't like the sex card, what it means to me is that it was at the level where just the thought of kissing you was just still, you know, really, really intense for them. Now we do have the High Priestess card. So I just want to check what that is. High Priestess card is quite a difficult card in the pack sometimes because it's got so many meanings. So I'm sort of feeling that the love could have been hidden from you or from other people. It could have been that. Tell me more about the High Priestess, please. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is unbelievable, right? If you two aren't together, you're not married, then you should be. We've got this beautiful world card with the High Priestess. They really wanted, I believe that they wanted a new life with you. They wanted a new future. They wanted to have a completion with you. Look at this beautiful card. Okay, this is someone jumping into the future. This is a really, really positive card. But what's really, really important, it's the card at the end of the tarot, right? So it means that you've gone through your life journey in some way, that you went through your life journey together. That can be in a very short space of time. It can be an emotional journey, okay? But, or you've come together and you've both had a life journey. You've got to the point where, okay, we're going to dive into a new life together. And they really wanted that with you. I'm still struggling a little bit with the High Priestess card. It's funny, it is speaking to me, but it's quite a difficult energy there. So, and not only with this World card, you're coming across as the Queen of Cups. So they loved your love, your tenderness, your gentleness, your emotional capacity. Okay, they loved that about you, the way that you switch up the genders, but kind of a soft and feminine and nurturing and loving nature. Okay, and they really love that about you. I know we haven't got that to the I love this about you card, but that was the thing that was compelling them to go forward into a new life. So I'm just finding out more about this High Priestess. I can see a gateway here that they wanted to pass through, but in order to pass through it, it was in the hidden, but people didn't know about it. Okay, and maybe that's why they couldn't pass through, because we've got the I love you, but I can't commit to you. Tell me more. I'm just going to spread these out a little bit because I'm very curious about this High Priestess card. Tell me more about the High Priestess. I'm getting the words forbidden. It was a very difficult decision to be made about your connection. Okay. Very difficult, and it was between the kind of the spiritual realm, and the spiritual and emotional realm, and the physical world. There is an Empress here, okay, and I do feel for some of you this person could have been married or in a commitment or had someone in the background that had children or something like that. Because I see on one side there's this person, and I see a woman on the other side here, which is you, waiting for them. Okay. So I think we can safely say, be rest assured in that connection that this was everything love should be. But it was in the hidden. If it doesn't resonate, that's fine. Okay. You know, jump onto another reading. Okay, one of my readings. But it was in the hidden. There was hidden emotions, maybe hidden emotions between you. This is I'm hearing triangulation. This is 3 people here in this connection. And they had to make a decision. I believe that they wanted to be with you and to start a future with you. And it really looked beautiful to them, but they weren't able to do that. And they knew that you were kind of waiting for them. Yes, okay. I wasn't going to do it in this reading, but Let's see the emotions around the breakup. Let's see the emotions around the breakup here. But very, very beautiful cards. What's the emotions around the breakup, please? Yeah, there's a lot of hidden energies here with the Moon card. I think again they wanted to be with you. Okay, they wanted to be in a space where they could show the darker side of themselves and have that acceptance. Okay, but there was a lot of, with this Five of Wands, there was a lot of conflict and danger around, and underhandedness and that sort of thing. Okay. They weren't playing fair with you. They didn't play fair with you. Why? Okay. So what? So if they loved you so much, and there was this difficulty, there was the hidden part in this connection. Why did they treat you badly? I'm feeling it was in their nature. It was in their nature to be like that. Okay, it was in their nature to take advantage of the vulnerable. It was in their nature to push people away. Okay, it was in their nature to be mean. Seeing this card here, actually, just bear with me. The Justice card. I almost feel like they want you to forgive them. They want your forgiveness for what they've done. Yeah. So let's go on to what they loved about you and what they didn't like about you. Okay. So let's just make sure these are all separated. Just bear with me. Okay. And this one as well. So what they liked and didn't like about you when you were together. Okay. What they liked and what they didn't like about you. Okay. So this is for pile one. What did they like about the person? 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 What did they like about you when you were together? What did they like about you when you were together? Oh, it's quite unusual. Okay, so they liked your energy around wanting to do things. Okay, so maybe you had an energy of wanting to go places or see things or try new things or being original, I would say, as well. Maybe even experimental as well. So you had this energy of, yeah, I would say fun. I would say there was an energy of fun and experiences. With the magician, it's always magicians trying to make things happen and bring things together, you know, in a positive way. So again, we've got the second card. It's as though you had an energy of looking into the future and to outline, this is what they loved about you. You had some sort of energy around, this is what I want to do, and this is what I hope for, and I'd love this and this and this. You know, maybe you wanted a particular home or a particular career, or, you know, something you wanted to start, like a hobby or something like that. And they really loved that about you. Okay. Sort of like little bit like looking into a crystal ball, that sort of energy. Okay, so this is what mainly turned them on about you. Now, the weird thing is, what they also liked about you, for some of you, either you were passive, quite a passive person in your nature, maybe quite tolerant, but the other side of it, some of you might have had an illness or unwell in some way, but they actually really, really like that about you. Okay, which is quite strange. For some of you, you might have had some life battles, that sort of thing, and been quite wounded by a few things. For some of you, there was a sense of vacation, you know, a sense of taking time out. When they were with you, it felt like they were taking time out from, or you were taking time out, okay, to get away from normal life and that sort of thing. And that's what they loved about you. Okay, so what didn't they like about you? So I've got a card poking up here. I'm going to put it out because it's facing up in the pack. Must be quite important. What didn't they like about you? Oh. No, I'm not. We've got the Tower. Can you believe it? What didn't they? Now, what it's saying is what they didn't like about you was your generosity. The Six of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so I get this. So what they didn't like about you was that you were quite... Oh, I haven't said the first thing first, have I? Sorry. All right. So the first thing is that you seem more worldly than they were. Okay. You seem to be given instructions on how to do things, and they didn't like that so much. Okay. I think they might have looked up to you, but they maybe didn't like taking your instruction. Okay. You were just had more experience in a particular area than they did. Okay, so they felt that they weren't maybe as intelligent or knowledgeable as you. So what they also didn't like about was your generosity. So you always seem very balanced. Okay, and I don't think that they liked that, you know, that sort of balanced sort of... It can be quite annoying actually, can't it? If you're very level-headed about something, or you're very can see both sides of the coin, it can be quite annoying. And also if you're very much wanted to help people all the time, or you're being overly generous with people and stuff like that, they didn't like that. Okay, or you always wanted to help the needy, or whatever it was. They didn't like that energy so much. Don't really understand why. And there's something around a Tower moment that they didn't like. What is this? Let's have a look. I don't quite understand it. Okay, I just heard when you got upset. When you got upset, they didn't like it. When you were having a crisis, they didn't like it. Okay. They didn't want to fight your battles. Okay. They didn't want to have your back. Sorry to say. Okay. They thought that you should have been stronger. All right. They didn't really... Oh, you kept asking for help. You kept asking for help on this and that, or wanted their opinion, and they didn't like that. Why not? Why not? Why didn't they like that? For them, it signaled the end of the relationship, end of the connection. These are very powerful cards, okay? With the so you got upset about something. I don't think this is just a little cry. I think this is something major. Something major happened, You were looking for them to be strong for you, and they weren't. They didn't. You kept asking for advice, and they didn't want to give it. And really, this just signed the death toll of this connection. Okay, they just, yeah, it wasn't for them. That's what they didn't like about it. Okay, they couldn't help you. They weren't in a position to help you. They have regrets about that. Yeah. They felt there was some injustice going on in your connection, that the balance tipped the wrong way in as far as they were concerned. Okay. Tell me more about what they liked about this person. More about what they liked. That you had, oh, well, that's really interesting. So we've got the Hermit and the Hierophant. Now, what's really interesting about these two cards is that they are both about, one is a matrix spirituality and one is true spirituality. So the Hermit is true spirituality with respect, and the Hierophant is the matrix spirituality. So it's religion, traditions and culture. Whereas the Hermit is about following your own path and having your own belief structures and things like that. They really loved this about you. They loved that you had your own belief structures, that you had your own opinions about things. Okay. But somehow it was almost also quite harmonious with their, sorry, can't get my words out. It was also quite harmonious around whoever had religious beliefs or traditions and cultural sort of structures as well. So what they loved is that it worked very well. Okay, it worked very well. So either, actually, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to just slightly change that a little bit. It could be that you had different religions and different cultures, okay, different belief structures, different traditions, okay, but there's something that worked really well and really beautifully with that, okay. So I see a lot of ethics and morality and things like that here, and that's what they really loved. And although you were very different from what they were used to, it's one of the things that really stood out to them, that they really, really loved about you. Okay, so we're just going to finish up here, and I'm just going to pull a card to say, what's their overall impression of you? What's their overall impression of you? Their overall impression of you. Oh, how nice. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. Well, they just think you're beautiful and loving and warm and tender and generous. For them, you brought something into their lives, like you were nurturing and rejuvenating. No, that's not quite the right word. So say like someone's got a really shit life, okay, and there's a lot of crap going in. You come in and you were healing. You've got two cards, the Star and the Queen of Cups is the same. Tender, nourishing, healing, giving hope, bringing beautiful gifts into their lives in many, many different ways, where they felt like life could be good and life could be nourishing and beautiful. And you help them forget maybe some of the things that they've done wrong in their past. This is how they think about you. They have very, very beautiful thoughts about you. Now, we do have the Opportunist card here. I'm not sure about the Opportunist card. I don't know whether they still feel that they should seize an opportunity with you if they get the chance, or that you were an opportunity that was seized. Okay, and I think they're glad of it. They have no negative thoughts about you. Hold on, I'll get a tap on the shoulder. Hold on. Oh, they do, sorry. They do have some negative thoughts. Okay, so overall, they see you as a very beautiful person, very loving, tender, giving, generous, really, really beautiful, and something a little bit more than that. I think you gave them hope in their life, okay? Sorry, they do think that you were in some way an opportunist. Doesn't mean that you were, that you took an opportunity. I think this is connected with them. I think this energy has got many, many different meanings in your connection. So I feel like they were an opportunist with you. You were an opportunist with them. They're glad that they seized the moment with you. But you did something that hurt them. Now it might not have been really true to the way that they saw the situation, but I think they thought you took advantage of them and then moved on quickly. All right. So they have very beautiful thoughts about you, but they do feel a little bit stung by you. Okay, so I could do this reading for a very, very long time, but I'm going to leave it there, and I hope that really helps, and I hope that really resonates with you. Thank you so much to Pile 1. Just to let you know that I do lots of private readings. Just go into the link in the description. It says all my business, links to all my business areas, and then you can see it takes you to Etsy and my email and my website and everything like that. So do jump onto there to book a private reading. If you want to learn tarot, just email me. I can teach you tarot in what would be a couple of days, and you would be able to read your readings like this. Thank you so much. Ciao from Italy. Ciao, ciao, ciao. So this is for everyone that picked Pile 2. So what did they really think of you when you were together? What did they really think of you when you were together? What were their thoughts and feelings of you when you were together? What were their thoughts and feelings of you when you were together? What were their thoughts and feelings of you when you were together? Pile 2, what was their thoughts and feelings of you when you were together? Ooh, okay. Well, this is a very different from Pile 1. What were their thoughts and feelings of you when you were together? Very, very, very interesting. Now, keep your hearts open in case this isn't quite what you want to hear, but let's see if it resonates with you. I feel like they felt you two were going in two different directions. They actually felt the road was quite long and hard in your connection. And I feel that they were constantly in a state of wanting to go off in their own direction. So while they're trudging forward with a lot of heavy burdens in your connection, okay, you're kind of coming in very romantic, okay, and the two energies are not gelling, all right. So we have this Wheel of Fortune. So there was a kind of circular thing, something that went round in cycles, and they felt this, okay. And there's something about maybe they were entering into another pattern with you or something like that, that they'd been down this pattern before and they didn't want to do it again, sort of thing. And to them, they either thought that they were going to lose you because of this pattern or because of this heavy burden they were carrying in this connection, or for them it signaled the end of the connection, this pattern that you had, okay, or the pattern that they were going through. All right. And there was a lot of worry about this cycle that you were going through. All right. So maybe you were okay and then you weren't okay, and, you know, between you sort of thing. So there's this constant cycle. And yeah, they were very worried had a lot of mental worry about this. They wanted a successful outcome with you, but I don't think that they felt that they could achieve it, because on one, this ended, and this is a new beginning, this is an ending. So it's a very yin yang kind of energy here, you know, like you're in one direction romantically and they're moving forward, you know, like trudging along in their life sort of thing. So this is a very unusual reading for me, because a lot of my readings are reflect one of my own experiences. It's just what happens, you know, that's what happens with tarot reading. This one doesn't feel like it's really connected to me, which is quite interesting. So they weren't happy in the connection. I'm sorry to say, but they weren't happy in the connection. Now, I'm going to pull that out. They were hopeful. They wanted something to happen. This is very interesting. They wanted something to happen. They wanted things to work out. They wanted they wanted something or someone to come into this connection to heal this connection. Okay, they were kind of hopeful that you're going to have this beautiful outcome. And yet we've got the death card, the ending here, the organic ending here. So there was something in the connection where they were hopeful for something, all right? And they wanted things to rapidly move forward, especially with the success card. This is like, come on, let's go to the next level. You know, let's start this new life. Let's start this new cycle, because this is the cycle that is repeating, okay, which is a heavy burden. And this is kind of like a full completion. And they were wanting all this to just complete and just to move into happier times. And that's how they felt. So they weren't happy in the connection because it was going round in circles, basically. Tell me more. It was going round in circles. Oh my God, that's unbelievable. So I think I said a few moments, this is a yin-yang kind of connection or reading. So what it is that on one hand, they're ready to walk away from love. On the next hand, they want to marry you. What the hell? This one, it's ending. This one, it's starting. Okay. This one, they're trudging forward. This one, there's like this romantic return to the past. So what I would say is how they really felt about you is that they genuinely couldn't make up their mind about you. And I don't mean that in a light way. I think this was a very, very heavy choice to make. And why am I finding this very challenging? So it must have been a very challenging connection. I feel this person didn't put their best foot forward. I feel like this person treated you badly. I feel like this person could have been the love of your life. I feel like you could have had an amazing future together, and I feel that they wanted that. But there were some very bad patterns and behaviors here that kept repeating. And maybe they couldn't help themselves, okay? But they wanted an outcome. I think on one of it, they just wanted to throw the towel in. I'm finding this very challenging. And on another one, they wanted to have a fresh start with you. Not just a fresh start, but a complete, yeah. There we go. They think you're gorgeous and beautiful and stunning. They have romantic feelings. And the next minute, they're getting nostalgic about the times that you had together. So it's like on, off, on, off. It's a mess. I'm sorry, but it's a real mess. I don't know what I'm seeing here, but I'm seeing maybe someone who's depressed, or maybe someone who's got really bad habits, or someone who's got into very bad behaviors. okay? And they want a future with you, but they end up being a real shit, basically. All right, and scaring you away, basically. All right. Overall, I would say that this person did have very strong romantic feelings to marry you seriously and have that kind of life with you and be very close and be with you and have a fresh start. But I just feel like they just threw it away. They just absolutely destroyed this connection. So anyway, let's see what they liked about you. Okay. So let's just filter those out so we don't get too many cards together. Okay, let's see what they liked about you. So, what did they like about you in this connection? What did they like about you in this connection? Oh, I can't believe this. Got so many similar cards coming out. They loved how you seized the moment, or they loved how they could seize a moment with you. Okay. They loved your gentle, loving, nurturing personality. Okay. You were warm and open and affectionate and tender. They felt life was good with you. They felt like when they met you, they felt like they had turned a corner. This was a significant change in their life for them when they met you. They saw you as the Empress, which is such a beautiful compliment because they felt life was abundant when they're with you. So you could be a mother, or you could have children of your own, but maybe they saw having children with you because the Empress is all about giving birth, but it's about life and love. So it's very, very beautiful that the way that they think about you. What they loved about you is also maybe you had a few passionate arguments or something like that, but they felt like you were like a storm, like the atmospheric, okay, because it's with this lovely Queen of Cups. So they liked that you could have this kind of energy. You certainly weren't boring, put it that way. And then, of course, we've got the Lovers here, okay. So let me just explain about the storm again. So it's kind of like, with the Queen of Cups above the storm, it makes me feel like there was movement in you, you know, that you brought energy in and changes in and that sort of thing. You know, you brought excitement into their day. And then with this beautiful Lovers card, so this person loved you. Okay, so even though the first set of cards were really, really heavy, what they really loved, they love either making love to you or being lovers, you know, or just being in love with you. And this brought a lot of joy and happiness into their life. It really, really did. This is passionate. This is very, very passionate. Okay, so lots of positives there, but they really do think a lot of you as a person and as an individual, right? So let's see what they don't like about you. So let's pop these back into the pack. Let's see what they don't like about you. And let's shuffle the cards again. What don't they like about you? What don't they like about you? What didn't they like about you? Oh, this is very, very interesting. So maybe they felt like you were over loving or over giving, or they found that your love was very hard to handle. I also feel like there was some online action going on, and they felt very judged by whatever was going on. They maybe didn't like your messages, I have to say. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of online action going on here, and they felt a lot of judgment from you around this. I feel like they didn't like they might have been a player or something like that, and they didn't like, maybe you were trying to change the way that they were or something like that, because I see this peacock looking out of the relationship underneath the love. So maybe you were too serious. They felt you were too serious about love, you know, or over romanticizing the connection or that sort of thing. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So you had it in the first. So in one way, they really loved how it turned a corner for them. You brought a lot of joy and happiness, but we've got the Wheel of Fortune underneath the Judgment card. It also brought, yeah, I think it brought concerns about who they are and being exposed in some way, I think. So what kind of, it's like being in a clock, like you met and it was like, whoa, like this is amazing and it's beautiful and that. And it's like, oh, now I'm feeling I'm really unhappy and I'm feeling judged here, that sort of thing. Yeah, it led to a Tower moment. So I said, I think this person was in bad behavior, had bad behavior patterns, and they couldn't help but it lead to a Tower moment, you know, Tower moment when they just maybe pulled the rug or something like that. Because this is not, either their messaging to you was kind of not really what you wanted, and you didn't respond the way that they wanted, or they were messaging other people and you found out and there was some judgment and led to a Tower moment. And maybe they were a little bit quite severe with this King of Swords, just, you know, just close their emotions. I feel like you wanted to take it too far. You know, you wanted to take the relationship too far. That's what I feel. Okay, further than they were ready to go. They were in player mode, you were in love mode. Okay, that's what I'm feeling with that. Okay, so that's everyone. That's everything for pile 2. Thank you so much. Now, if you'd like to book a reading, if you go into the link in the description, it says link to all business areas, okay, and it's got my email and it's got my website and it's got TikTok and everything like that. So just go onto the link and you can book a reading through there. So thank you so much. Take care, and it's ciao from Ashley. Ciao, ciao. So this is for everyone that picked pile 3. So the question we're going to do today is, what did they really think about you when you were together? What did they really think about you when you were together? Let's have a look. What did they really think about you when you were together? What were the true thoughts and feelings about you? So we do have the 8 of Cups here, upward, but I'm going to stick it in the pack and see if it comes out. What did they really think about you? What were their true thoughts and feelings about you? Oh my goodness, that's very similar. Okay. So let's have a look here, see what we've got. So we've got the Judgment card. Just bear with me a moment. It's kind of a bit strange. Okay. Stay with me, guys, here. It's just a little bit strange, this reading. Okay, got it. So I feel like when they were with you, there was something very harmonious with the two of you in the way that you communicated or the way that you sort of planned for the future or that sort of thing. So there's definitely this beautiful energy of this Seven of Pentacles with something like building for the future, definitely here, okay. And very, very nice as well. And sort of looking into the future and sort of seeing things are quite fruitful. So they really love this, okay. So their feeling is that they could come to you or talk to you about things, and they really like the energy between you with that. But on either side of that, we have kind of this kind of very difficult energy. So we've got the Judgment energy here. Is that in reverse, actually? Oh, it's in reverse. Well, they didn't want their past exposed. They were blocked. So even though you were having sort of conversations and maybe looking towards the future and that sort of thing, they were kind of blocked towards really revealing themselves. And I feel that they were emotionally had been in quite a battle in their life over something, right? Not necessarily romance, but just generally in their life. But they were very optimistic when you came along with regard to kind of stepping into new territory and looking at new horizons and ready to kind of step into something new. Okay, so you really did bring that to them. They might have been a little bit wary about stepping into something new, but you really brought that energy towards them. There's something when you met or in this connection, they did sort of feel that you were kind of going around in cycles, you know, kind of things were repeating itself. I think there was a lot of lessons learned for them from their past. They were learning a lot of lessons. They could reflect back on some of the things they had done in relationships as a young person, and then seeing how they could, maybe they did it wrong when they were young and they wanted to do it right with you, sort of thing. So that there was a lot of reflection in this connection. They did have a range of emotions where you were concerned, which is great. Okay, so I do feel that there was some love here, but I feel that they were quite turbulent. You know, so that's the word, a good word. So there's a lot of turbulence around outside of your connection, or their inner world was quite turbulent. And they were constantly trying to make choices about where this connection was going. But it was always a kind of the darker energy came out. Okay, or they couldn't make a positive choice because it was kind of instinctual for them to have this kind of turbulent energy come into their choices, okay, which made the connection very, very difficult. Okay, let's find out a little bit more. Let's have a look. Explain more, please. Oh, that's nice. Oh, okay, that explains an awful lot. So let me just push these cards over. So again, I see some balance with you. You know, there's something about you and your connection where they just felt some degree of peace and relaxation and harmony where you're concerned. And this is repeated here with this lovely Six of Pentacles. So we've got the 6 and the 7 of Pentacles, okay? So there is a beautiful harmony and balance between you. But we've also got this Kiss card. So it does say to me that for some of you, there was something maybe forbidden about your connection. I am hearing that they might have stepped outside of the connection as well. So although you brought a lot of good balance and harmony, and I think that they started to look at the future in a really positive way, we've got turbulence around it. All right, so wanting to hide past actions, feeling worn out and in a battle, reflecting on sort of what they did when they were younger to what they're doing now in a relationship. Yes, having loving emotions, but again, being quite worn out by their emotional capacity and making choices, but they couldn't help but make a choice which had a kind of a darker energy. So instead of making the choice like, oh, I'm gonna, go down this path and it's going to be beautiful and sunny and harmonious and all that. No, I'm going to choose something with some danger in it. That's it. So when they were with you, I feel like you were a good thing. And I'm not just saying that, that came into their life. But I feel like they had an awful lot of messy stuff on the outside of their life, an awful lot of messy stuff here going on. They were absolutely like in a war with themselves or in a war with external forces here. They're just really lacking the capacity to offer anything solid. Okay, so let's have a little look about what they didn't like about you. Well, let's do what they did like about you first. Okay, what did they like about you? So I feel like looking at those cards that you came in at a time when they were a bit of a mess, to be honest. They were a bit of a mess. They hadn't healed from past relationships or things that have happened in their life, whether it's work or family or whatever it is. Okay, so what did they like about you? Let's have a look. Oh, well, I told you that. I told you. So they felt really passionate towards you. As I said, you've got this sort of conversational thing going on, which they really loved and appreciated. Oh, this is really nice. So you can feel happy. Look, you've got this beautiful lily pond, just as I was saying before, that you just bring a lot of happiness and balance into their life, a lot of beauty when you were together. There was something when they were with you that they felt they were in the right place when they were with you. A sense of contentment, maybe a sense of coming home, and a lovely peacefulness, like the Six of Pentacles. So you have the Six and the Seven of Pentacles, which was really, really good. That Seven of Pentacles, sometimes if you read it in other tarot, it can mean frustration or delays. But on this particular tarot deck, it's about people making a decision about a future, okay, and feeling and working together very well when they're actually discussing the future. They both want the same things. So yeah, so you evoke their passion, you evoke their abundance, and we've got this beautiful Nine of Cups, which we had in the pile one, which is real passion and abundance and joy. We have got the Knight of Cups here, so there was love here. Okay, there was the initiation of love here. There is this lovely kind of, I feel like you two had, I don't know, you communicated. If you weren't physically communicating, you were communicating in other ways. And I really, really like this. There's something about your communication which is very harmonious here. I really like it. Now, the funny thing is we've got the Eight of Swords here. It almost feels like it shouldn't be in the pack. Because I said, what is it that they like about you? And then we've got the Eight of Swords. So I'm just going to find out. That's so odd. So let me just repeat it. What is it that they like about you? So I've got this stabbed in the back as well. I'm not sure, it's really a bit strange, but maybe you had the ability to overcome sort of, not conflict, difficult situations. Yes, difficult situations. Something about you when you're under attack, you were able to change up that energy in some way, and they really liked it. I mean, they really liked it. It really inspired them, in fact, okay, with this King of Wands energy. Let me just see a little bit more. It's so curious what they liked about you. Oh, they also felt that you were loyal, that you weren't going to go out with anybody else. You weren't going to have sex with anybody else. They really liked that. You just had a very happy disposition, I feel, when you were under quite difficult circumstances. Yeah. I'm not fully, there's another message there, but I'm not fully understanding it. I feel like you were betrayed, and they saw you betrayed in some way, and yet they liked the way that you handled it. Okay, but this was very, very key and very, very important to them. For some of you, this, I'm just going to say it straight. For some of you, they could have mucked about with some of your friends or something like that. Okay, and don't know why I'm delaying here. Sorry about this. Well, so they could have mucked about with your friends or something like that. They could have had a player energy or something like that, knowing it betrayed you, but yet you handled it beautifully. You handled it beautifully. You really, really did. You handled it beautifully. Yeah. Oh, look at that. So we've got the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands energy around a group of friends here. Females, okay? And yeah, it really was a major tower moment. But they liked the way that you handled it. Yeah. What did they like? Yeah, you put your boundaries in. You put your boundaries in. They still saw you as very beautiful. You were still the top dog, as it were. You know, it's like you weren't faced with it. It's like you knew your own worth and your own value. And they really, really liked that. So they might have played the field a little bit or something like that, okay? But you were just like, you showed them that you valued yourself. Okay, and this is something that is stuck in their mind and is really, really important. Okay, so quite interesting cards there. So let's see what they didn't like about you. Let me just pop these in, back in the pack. Okay, great. So what didn't they like about you? What didn't they like about you? What didn't they like about you? Let's have a look. I had this, oh my God, I had this on another reading. Okay, they thought that you were maybe too serious romantically. They thought that you were looking into the future too much. All right. And you were kind of planning. Here, they're beautiful cards, actually. I don't know why they would complain. We've got this lovely Page of Pentacles. Like you were romantically planning little opportunities to be together, that sort of thing, you know. Okay. but they didn't like it. All right, but we've got this online messaging and stuff. So let me just see what this is about. Let me just see what this is about. You see what the time is here. Yeah. Let me just see what this is about. Why have we got this message? It keeps coming up. Something about they didn't like them. Yeah, so when then... Oh, bless. Got the 10 of Cups. Right, so with messaging, I can't quite work out which direction it's going in. Either you were overly romantically messaging them, okay, or you weren't messaging them enough, or putting too many boundaries in, or being too distant. I think the only problem here was you made it very, very certain to them that you saw a future with them, that you were in love with them, and they didn't like it. Why didn't they like it? Why would they not like that? Because here you were planning for the future. Oh, I love it. I love the energy, I have to say. This lovely 10 of Cups coming out. You know, you're starting with the Love card. You're ending with the Love card. Why didn't they like it? It just really made them withdraw and really try to contemplate what life was about and that sort of thing. It was a little bit heavy for them, okay? I love your energy here. They actually want to cry. Your energy is so beautiful, really. Okay. They wanted to have fun. They just wanted to have fun, okay? They just wanted to have fun. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. This is, yeah, okay. Yeah, I was going to go, oh, this is good. And then I was like, oh, no, it's traveling towards the women. So there's a lot of women in this picture having fun and frolicking by the sea. And that's what they wanted. They wanted to get in their boat and go over there. I'm sorry to say that. I'm just curious whether they value you now. Do they value you, you know? What did they think of that? What did they think of themselves moving towards the 3 of Cups energy? I feel like they wanted their freedom, as they call it, and they're kind of standing by their own actions. What do they think of your love and that now, planning for the future now? What do they think now of that? They wish they'd been more emotional with you. They wish that they took their logic head off and stepped more towards you. It could be possible that they have regrets over their actions, their ethical and moral decisions at the time. Or they could as well regret not offering you more stability. I feel quite sad on this reading, actually. Yeah, they think that possibly you had shown them the kind of the pathway to happiness and they didn't take it. I think they realized that you taught them a lot in the connection. And they see you as a star card. Okay. So see that there's a woman sort of floating in the sky. She's supposed to be a goddess floating in the sky. And when her gown lights up with stars, the humans can see her. And that's you. And that's really, they do see you like a goddess, really. I feel like they see you a little bit untouchable because of this goddess. I feel they have moments. I feel quite emotional. I feel like they have moments, really powerful moments when they think about you. Like, I think that they could be not thinking about you for a long time, then suddenly they have a thought and it's like you appear to them, you know, like in this, like the star, when the humans can see the goddess, and I think that they realise. I am curious about this. I haven't done it on the other readings, but on this one I'm quite curious. Are they intending to be with you? Keep your heart, again, keep your heart open, because that might not be the answer, but I'm quite curious about this one. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're intending to be with you again. We've got this King of Pentacles. They really want you to step into their kingdom. For some of you, they may want to marry you. They may want to have children with you, with this Empress. They may just want to have you in a domesticated situation. I have to say that because this lady's in a luxurious environment. She's got beautiful clothes on and stuff like that, but she seems single to me. But they may want to have you, I know this sounds weird, but in an environment where they have access to you. And that's the only way I can say it. But I do feel they want to be with you. They may want to have you at home, whatever that means to them, while they're doing other things. Whether that's traveling or work, or whether they have somebody else that they're in a committed relationship to. I'm just saying what I'm hearing my guides are saying here. Okay. I feel like they want to give you the world. They want to give you their world. They really, really do. Because she's got a little contract at her feet. Can you see that? So she's got a little contract. So I feel there's something contractual here. I'm going to leave it there. It's utterly fascinating. But the other thing I'm seeing here, this girl's quite young. All right. So it doesn't matter if you're young or old. But there's a time, and she's quite old here. So I feel like they want a long... No, it's not that they want. I see you being with this person, actually. I see you being with this person for a long time. For many years. I feel you're quite happy, but I feel like this person has another life that's separate from you. Actually makes me want to cry a little bit. I'm very touched by this reading, I have to say. Wow, that was just... So I'm going to leave it there. So I hope you enjoyed that. So I do lots of private readings, so do jump onto where it says book a reading. I've got all the links there to websites and TikTok and everything like that. So do jump on there. It'd be my pleasure to do a reading for you. I do lots of readings all the time. And I have regular customers. Thank you to all my regular customers who come back to me again and again. And I kind of go on a journey with them, you know, in their relationship, in their love journey, as it were. So thank you for that. That's all for now, and ciao from Italy. Ciao, ciao.